Hey guys, here's a really quick rundown on my modified Kabar MK1. I guess you could say it's a Kephart inspired knife. So, brief bit of history, I had a MK1 for a good while there, as you can probably see by the amount of use she took, and I loved it to bits. Just primarily I loved the steel, and I loved the handle. I loved the pommel. The fact that it would stand upright kind of came in handy for me, but most of all I loved the aesthetics of the handle, and I loved the feel, the ergonomics of the handle. The 1095 Cro-Van is just a phenomenal steel without getting into the super steel territory. So I love the knife. Why it never became my #1 user was the swedged clip point. I really disliked that for thumb assisted cuts and whatnot. So I actually tried to see if we can get that in focus for you. Probably not. I actually filed the clip point down and it was that much smoother. Move on a few months and I lent this knife to my wife. We're here on Vancouver Island. Long story short, it was dropped and left outside in the Great Bear Rainforest for 4 months, I think, over the winter. And it came back, and I mean, I rubbed the coating off since, but barring a bit of light pitting and some drying out to the leather handle, which you can pick up there, it fared really well. So I decided that I would invest in another. So that's what I did, and I used it, and because it was so damn pretty, I was really reluctant to mess with it. So I've used it for sort of a few months there, and in the meantime I've picked up a couple of other knives, and I really became interested, started lusting after a Kephart pattern. So you know, a Kephart knife, and that's what I decided to do with this. So let's take a quick look at it. It's Kephart inspired. Very difficult to get a new shape to the knife, which didn't include at least a portion of that swedged clip, but I managed to file it down to quite a reasonable thickness. Anyhow, let's stand them side by side and you'll get a handle on the handle on the blade. And I appreciate the lighting's not great, but you'll see I've not lost a lot in terms of length there. And you know, my moras are all sort of 4 1/4, and you know, you can see compared to a hand that it's a good, I've not measured it, but perhaps 4.5 inches there. Convexed it, gave it a real quick polish. There, you can just make me out. Hey, how cool is that? I gave it a real quick polish just on a piece of old blanket and some auto salt, and I got to tell you guys, this thing is absolutely hair whittling sharp. So we will see how that holds up. Keep a view on the channel here, and we'll see if we can give you a more detailed review in future.